12.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tabor College Gymnasium on the campus of the Tabor College Blue Jays here in Hillsboro, Kansas for tonight's KCAC matchup. We were going to set the start lineups for you guys here in just a few minutes. But we're excited to bring you this contest this evening. Tonight's contest will be between the Tabor College Blue Jays and the Franz University Falcons. As you can see on your screen there, Franz University comes into the KCAC record of 2-1 and 11-15 overall. Head coach Martin Ian is in his 16th season for the Falcons. Marshall Ganowan is in his first year for the Tabor College Blue Jays, and they have an overall record of 11-13 and a KCAC record of 3-1. Let's go ahead and take a look at our KCAC standings on the year. Ottawa have dropped out of the polls, but they are still receiving votes. They are 4-0 in the conference, 14-7 overall. St. Mary might be a little bit of a surprise to some, but watching them play early in the year, they're a very solid team at 3-0 and 17-7. Tabor and McPherson are actually tied with 3-1 in the conference, with Tabor having the head-to-head tiebreaker as they defeated McPherson at McPherson. They're both 3-1. Southwestern comes in to tonight's play around the conference in 5th place at 2-1, tied with this Franz University team at 2-1. Bethany is at 1-1. Oklahoma Wesleyan comes in at number 8 at 1-1. The 9th place team, as you can see, is Avila University, a team that Tabor defeated here to start their winning streak last week when they went 3-0. They're 1-2. KW, who was a lot of high praise for them early in the year, have struggled, but they did beat our Tabor Blue Jays earlier. That's our one loss. They are 1-2. Sterling is 0-3 on the year, and that Tabor did defeat them last Saturday over at Sterling. And then you have Bethel College at 0-4 and York College at 0-4 in conference play. A little bit about Tabor's week last week. They started off with a really good week here at home, beating the Avila University Eagles in 3. Looked very good. Had a little slow start the first set, but then they dominated the second set, and then the third set after they got going, it looked really good. Then on Friday, they traveled over to Central College in McPherson, played a non-conference matchup against the Tigers. Tabor College got up quickly, 2-0. Coach Ganowan got everybody on the floor that night pretty much and did a lot of subbing. The third and fourth set went the way of the Tigers, and then the Blue Jays pulled it out in the 5th set, handling the Tigers fairly easily in the 3 sets that they won. Saturday, they traveled over to Sterling College and had another outstanding day, defeating the Warriors in 3-0. So we're going to take a break, and then we'll be right back with you for the lineups and the anthems here from the Tabor College Gymnasium.
Tonight's KCAC Volleyball match between the Friends University Falcons and your Tabor College Blue Jays. Would you please stand while I play for today's match and remain standing for our national anthem? Father God, we ask your blessings on tonight's match. We ask safety for the players, wisdom for the coaches, clarity for the officials, and sportsmanship for our fans, Lord. And may everything that takes place on the court tonight glorify you. In your name we pray. Amen.
And welcome back to Tabor College as we are getting ready to make this match between the Tabor College Blue Jays and Friends University underway. Let's look at the starters first for the Friends University Falcons. Number 2 from Newton, Kansas, a 5'6" senior, Jana Boston. Number 4, Tiffany Hurd, 6'2" junior from Gilbert, Arizona. Number 8, Abigail Knittel, 5'9" junior from Ponca City, Oklahoma. Number 9, Samantha Nakey, a senior, 6'2", from Woodland, California. Number 12, Rachel Taylor from Hayes, Kansas. She's a sophomore. Ashley Hunter, number 15, outside hitter, a 5'9" senior from Andale, Kansas. And their libero this evening is number 5, Destiny Garten, 5'9" senior from Pratt, Kansas, and she'll be wearing the red jersey. Now let's take a look at your starters for the Tabor College Blue Jays. Number 1, Samantha Smith. She is the outstanding setter from Greeley, Colorado, a 5'4" senior. Number 4, Marissa Groff, another senior from Corn, Oklahoma. She's one of our hitters at 5'10". Number 11, Taylor Quiring. She's a sophomore from Bradshaw, Nebraska. She is a 5'9" sophomore. Number 13, senior from Lakewood, Colorado, 5'3", Monet Ortiz. Olivia Dirksen, number 16, a 6' junior from Gossel, Kansas. Rounding out our starting lineup, another girl from Gossel, Kansas, a 5'11" sophomore, number 20, Brittany Hebert. And wearing the blue jersey this evening will be number 2, our libero, a freshman from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Marisol Sandoval.
Starting libero, 5'6" freshman, Albuquerque, New Mexico, number 4, Melissa Graff.
Our official for tonight's game, Janice Montagne, will be our R1, R2 is Sarah McMahon. Josiah Ray and Jordan Horstick will be on the lines. Bailey Kaufman and Emily Ingalls will be running the scorebook and the libero tracker. Riley is on the clock. Mike James, our public address. Our volleyball SID is Mr. Lance Carter and his helpers down there with the stats. Getting some supper in them right now. Looks like some bananas and water, so they're eating healthy. Duncan Whitlock and Noah Brown. So again, Tabor coming in tonight's contest 11-13. They've won their last 3 in a row. Last week they had a perfect week, once again defeating Avila here at home, winning 2 road matches, one a non-conference matchup at Central over the Central Christian Tigers. And then they went on the road Saturday and looked really good against Sterling College. Friends will be serving first. We see number 12, Rachel Taylor, 5'8" sophomore from Hayes, Kansas. Going to get us started here this evening. And we're underway, and then serve is short. Go right over to the Blue Jays. So right off the bat, we got an unforced error on the Falcons, giving Blue Jays the 1-0 lead. These two teams did play earlier this year in a non-conference match at Wichita. Tabor got off to a really good start. Well, excuse me, that was when they did not get off to a good start. They lost the first 2, came back, won the second 2. And then the third match was back and forth, and we lost, I believe it was like 20-18, so it was a very good 5th set. We see a put away there by the Falcons, 1-1 here in the early going at Tabor. Both teams having a little trouble with the power game early. The other teams have done a nice job of blocking, so both teams back off a little bit and find an open hole on the other side of the floor, and the score is 2-2. With number 5, Taylor Morrow, in for the Blue Jays. That's kind of been coach's rotation the last several matches. And Query rotates to the back row. He gives her a break, brings in Morrow to serve. We do have a little change tonight from what we saw at our last home matches. We see Sandoval playing the libero instead of Ortiz, as their Friends' block goes out of bounds, and Tabor's opened up a 2-point lead. (5-2) Tabor, as both teams still trying to fill each other out. Again, they did play earlier this year, so they know each other fairly well. That breaks the 4-0 run for Tabor. It was 2-2. Now it's 6-3. Ball goes back over to the Falcons. Got a back set from Samantha Smith, and Marissa with a nice put away. A little miscommunication maybe there on the Falcons' part. It puts the ball back over as we see Dirksen going to the bench and Brittany Hebert checking in. Sandoval back to serve now for the Blue Jays. She's one of the outstanding freshmen in the conference. And with a tip and a deflection, couldn't quite get to that. 7-4. Tabor, we see number 1, Karina Tullis, checking in for Friends, and number 9, Samantha Nakey, will get a breather. In the game there for Tabor, number 10, Jaden Korf. Wolf is a 5'9" sophomore out of Hugoton, Kansas. Good job by Smith to read the play by the Falcons. Wolf with another put away. Tullis is there once again. That combination has been working for the Blue Jays. Smith, just about any of our hitters, but Smith to Hebert, that little shorter set has done wonders for the Blue Jays this season. Tabor's 8-4 lead causes friends to call a timeout. For those of you that are listening, we hope you enjoy as we see a replay there, something most of the schools in our conference, in fact, I don't believe any others have, or the ability to throw in some replays. We hope you enjoy the replays as they come this evening. We do have a couple different camera angles in our graphics, so we hope you enjoy that. Tabor opens up an 8-4 lead here in the early going. So you can tell Hebert's got her right hand heavily taped. I'm not for sure what happened. I did see it just before, but didn't get any word on what had happened. It must have happened from the last time they played here at home, because her hand was not taped up, maybe just a jammed thumb or a sore wrist or something. Looks like it's a thumb, the way she's got that taped, as we see Graff getting ready to serve. 8-4 Tabor here in set number 1. Key conference matchup between the Blue Jays and the Falcons. Cross-court attack, dug out by Sandoval. Nice job there by Korf. Deflection off the blockers of the Falcons. 9-4 Blue Jays. In other action tonight, St. Mary is at York. Sterling at Oklahoma Wesleyan. McPherson is at Ottawa. That's going to be a battle, because that's two of the top teams in the conference. Again, Ottawa sitting number 1. McPherson is tied with the Blue Jays. So Blue Jays, if they could pick up a win tonight and Ottawa would continue their winning ways, definitely would be in the favor of the Blue Jays, given a little separation. We see another back set there, as that one did not quite get over. Good call by the officials. That's one of them that is missed quite often. It's very hard to see, but that one did not get above the tape, rolled down the net, and the officials caught that ball, the Falcons. Also playing tonight around the conference, Avila's at Southwestern, Bethany is at KW, and of course, Friends is here. Monet Ortiz checks back in the lineup for the Blue Jays. She's back to serve, puts the ball into play. Good job by Query. Sophomore out of Nebraska. Heads up play by Taylor. Spans Tabor's lead by 5, 11-6. Good job by Hebert as we see her rear up and put one down. A while ago, she hit one maybe not quite a square. Maybe that hand was bothering just a little bit, but there, no doubt, puts the ball away. Melody Valencia checking in for the Blue Jays as she started second set of the Avila match. She started coming in and serving, did a really nice job for Tabor. As they're going to call number 22, Alyssa Arnold, in the net for Friends. I think she meant 23, Sarah Lazar. If you look at the leaders throughout the conference, Lazar is up there in the top 20 in several categories. Querying wound up, had a little bit of a miss hit on that one. You don't see that often out of Taylor. We see Hebert checking back in for Valencia. Friends with a couple of subs as well. set again by Smith to Dirksen. Big left-hander for Friends. Number 4, Tiffany Hurd, winds up. And you'll see her checking out now as number 10, Melanie McCormick, comes in to serve for the Falcons. 14-9, favor of the Blue Jays. Set number 1 here at Tabor College. Morrow in to serve for the Blue Jays. Ball didn't get the home court bounce there as it hit the tape and sprung back on the Blue Jays side. Sends the ball back over to the Friends. 15-10 Tabor. Nice job by Samantha Smith to get the ball. Wasn't a perfect pass to her, but as I've said many times, I think she's one of the best setters in our conference. I said that a couple last home match, and I jinxed her, and she had a bad one, but she's one of the best setters. She gets a lot of balls. She can put them where they need to be. And there we saw Jaden Korf put the ball away for Tabor. Good quick set there by Smith to Graff. The block once again goes out of bounds. I'd like to thank our ball rollers this evening as we see Jessica Buller and Maddie Ediger rolling the balls, keeping them dry for the ladies tonight. Tabor opening up a 8-point lead, 18-10. And we have Kayla Matheny on the camera tonight for us, doing a great job. She's on our tight shot camera. In our studio, we have Mike Jamison and Micah Rickert. Mike will be bringing you all the replays, and Mike Jamison, he will be our golf coach. He'll be bringing you all the different angles and doing all the cutting, and it takes a lot of people to put a production like this on, and we really appreciate it. Hopefully it makes you guys at home the contest more enjoyable for you to watch. Cross-court kill by Franz goes out of bounds, and Tabor's doubled up the Falcons at this point, 20-10. 5 points away from a first set win here. Tabor looking pretty strong here in the early going. Sandoval tried to drop one just over the net. Got a little too cute with it. Just didn't quite get enough on it. And she's grinning a little bit, knowing she just a little bit more, she would have had that one. But that keeps him honest. It will benefit from that down the road. 20-11 Tabor. Tulis puts the ball in play for the Falcons, and she tries a short serve. Nice job by Groff as she puts that ball across court. Marissa's been playing really solid for the Blue Jays. You'd expect that from the seniors. You see it coming here. A little set by Smith. Back set, Marissa goes up. Friendly tape shot there. And you see her dig one out there. Korf with the put away. Franz does a good job to keep it off the floor. (22-11) favor of the Blue Jays. Here at the first set break, we will have campus pastor Ryan Lee with us for our interview, and we'll have some highlights for you as well while we're visiting a little bit about what he does here at Tabor. You'll see some of the first set replays come back up. Another set by Smith. And Hebert puts it away as Brittany's playing an outstanding first set here. I think only has had one attack error. Other than that, she's been doing a great job of getting the ball over and in and making friends play defense. We see number 4, Tiffany Hurd, the big 6'2" lefty from Gilbert, Arizona, checking back in for Friends. And number 10, Melanie McCormick, to get a breather. Friends to serve. Mara with the pass to Smith, back set to Brittany. Rifles that one across. Friends does get a hand on it, but can't do much with it. We'll see if Tabor can take advantage here. Nice set by Sam Korf with the great put away, 24-12, as it is set point. Set point as Ortiz puts the floater over. Friends not going away quietly with a good attack there. (24-13). Favor of the Blue Jays. Query puts that away as Friends isn't going to get to that one. Tabor wins the first set and with an impressive 25-13 victory. And we're going to have a break, and hopefully Ryan Lee will make his way up here, and we'll be back in just a minute as you watch some replays. And we're back here at Tabor College, and we are here with campus pastor Ryan Lee. And Ryan, before we get into kind of what you do, what you think about the first set? Tabor kind of dominated Friends there.
Yeah, it was exciting. It was a lot of fun to watch. I was just proud of the girls. They've been working really hard. Coach has been doing a lot of work with them, so it's been fun just to see them. See the work finally, start to pay off, and so it's been a lot of fun.
And that's like a lot of different things, and I know in what you do is sometimes you're our campus pastor here, and I know you are involved in the lives of a lot of our students. But explain a little bit about kind of what your role here is just in general on the campus.
Yeah, so a lot of what I do is just meeting with students, talking with them, things that they're going through, and then also just chapel. We have chapel twice a week, and so it's planning and programming for that. We have a lot of speakers coming in and speaking, so there's a lot more diversity and not just me talking every time, but we have a wide range of speakers from all over Kansas, all over the area, but all over the nation as well. So yeah, it's just a lot of fun to kind of plan that, and yeah, so that's another area that I'm in charge of there for spiritual life.
Well, yeah, and talk about the chapel a little bit. I know when I was a student here, that's been a few years ago. It was convocation. You went and you sat and just listened to them be talking. Now you've really had a big hand in changing that. And we have praise band quite a bit in chapel. Yeah. You have some students come up and do some announcements, and you have your speakers. Yeah,
so we're trying to get more student leaders involved on campus, and so one of the ways that we can do that is through using their talents and abilities to serve the Lord. So we have students who are gifted in the area of music come and they lead worship. Usually at least once a week we'll have a worship band up in front leading worship. And then any other students that we want to be involved, and we try to ask students to be involved as well, so that it's not just me up in front of everybody. We want to get other people involved and,
Sure.
and using their talents and abilities too. So, yeah, we just try to get people involved as much as we can. The more student involvement we can get, the better, because they see their peers up in front, and it's not just the adults that this is putting this on, but it's also the student leaders who are also involved, and we like to see that.
Right.
So,
And last question here, talk a little bit about it. I know you're at a lot of our athletic events. I see you around at quite a bit of them, you and your family. And how does that allow you to maybe visit and talk with some of the student athletes? Because they see you at the events, and they know you have an interest.
yeah, sure. It's just one of the ways. Well, one, I love sports, so that helps.
Right.
You know, so, and two, I know that a lot of the students, and so it helps make it easier for me to want to be there and want to show up, because I know the students. I know, what they're going through sometimes. I know, classes. I see them weekly, and so it's just fun to go out there and support them.
Right.
And then later be able to follow up and talk with them about, maybe something good they've done in that week. And so it's just fun for me to be there to support them. Yeah, so it's just a lot of fun. I enjoy that part of my job a lot. Yeah.
They got to pay you to come watch sports,
It's
so
right.
you can't beat that. So I know I said last question, but one more quick thing.
Sure.
What's coming up? Is there anything on the horizon coming up really soon, a big event that you would be involved in, or just kind of the everyday planning going on right now?
Well, we've been starting this new thing where we have discipleship training events once the last Wednesday of every month, and so we've been doing that this year, which has been kind of neat. It's just a larger group time where we can go deeper in our faith, and so that's really coming up here at the end of this month. We're really excited about that, and that's a new thing that we've been doing this year, so that's something that we're excited about.
Good. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to come and visit a little bit, and glad you're here. And we kind of got a little slow start here, so hopefully we can kind of turn it around. And it seems like this is our bad side of the court, it seems like. So maybe if we get a win here, that'd be great. But thanks for visiting with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
You bet. And we'd like to thank Pastor Ryan Lee for coming up and visiting with us here at the set break. We try to do that to give us something while you're looking at replays. And Tabor off to a slow start, 0-2. Now they've regained the lead at 3-2. And hopefully we're ready to go. Once again, if you're just joining us, Tabor did win the first set 25-13. As we see Morrow back to serve for the Blue Jays. Ball just out is a good call by Jordan Horstick, our line judge, as that was just deep. He's right on top of it. Again, him and Josiah Ray are calling the lines for us this evening. Nice put away there by the Falcons as they stop the 4-0 run by Tabor. 4-3 Blue Jays here in the second set. Garton back to serve for the Falcons. We see Morrow trying to kind of punch that one over. Kind of hard to get over the 6'2" senior from Woodland, California, Samantha Nakey. Tied up at 4. Early in the second, back set by Smith. Graff with a nice put away. That's one of the things that we've kind of seen, I think, evolve as we see a replay here. The nice back set, Graff, perfect timing, really put the ball away well. Earlier when we had played here, a lot of the same type of setting. I think that's really evolved over the course of the year. As that was out, but Friends was in the net, so that's going to go back or stay with the Blue Jays or go back to the Blue Jays. As we thought that ball by Hebert was out. I did not hear a whistle, but they did blow it. Called Friends in the net, so Sandoval puts the ball in play for the Blue Jays. Tipton kept alive. Samantha with the set again. Graff. Nice hustle play there by the Blue Jays. Couldn't quite get there. We had 2 on the floor, and Sandoval trying to hustle back. Had to jump over Morrow and then try to get back down to the floor before the ball did. Just couldn't get anything on it. But great hustle there by Tabor. This Tabor team is really fun to watch. They play hard. They're a talented bunch of young ladies. It's just great to see them coming together and having some success. And Tabor puts that away. One thing you'll always see from the Tabor team, as we see the replay here, is Smith diving on the floor. Sandoval was going to get that. Smith beat her to it. Sandoval gets that, makes a nice pass over to Graff. And the blockers block it straight down. As you see Sam wiping the floor up, or maybe you didn't there, but Tabor gym is a very hot gym. It is pretty pleasant in here this evening, really, but it's a pretty hot gym. And the floor will get wet quite a bit. 7-5 Blue Jays. Marissa back, puts the ball into play. And Korf just a little long. 7-6 Tabor, ball back over to the Falcons. As Hurd replaces McCormick for Coach Ian and Friends University. Quite a point there. Both teams keeping the ball alive, back and forth, 7-7 as Franz ties it up. Again, Hurd, the big lefty, winds up, and she almost looks like she's facing the bleachers when she hits, but she brings that left hand around and draws the ball over. Little draw, almost like in the game of golf, as Mr. Jamison up in the box will appreciate that. Draws that ball back around. There you see one hit off the shoulder. As we see number 8, Canettle, trying to get out of the way. I thought that ball was going long, and it did hit her in the shoulder, but that's legal. Ball kept alive, but Tabor did put it away. Up, the ball was to Franz, I guess, 8-8. Now Franz is up 8-9. Sandoval with the pass to Smith. And nice attack by Queering, but in the blockers. Give Franz credit there. 2 went up, made a good block. And that's part of what you're going to see with a big Franz front line. The Queering goes up and over. Couldn't quite drop it in on the back line, just a few inches out, as Franz has now opened up a 3-point lead, 11-8. Valencia back in for the Blue Jays. She'll be serving in place of Hebert, and we see Dirksen trot back on as well. Tabor's lineup will be Valencia, Graff, Ortiz, Queering, Dirksen, and Smith. Nice block there by Dirksen. And that time Hurd can't draw the ball around. So we talked about a draw earlier. That'd be considered a slice as she hits it away off to the left. Tabor now down 1 as they've rattled off 2 straight. Short serve by Valencia. Couldn't quite tell if that ball was deflected by Graff or not. They had to push the ball over, and it looked like she may have touched it right when Valencia was diving for it, which put her in the wrong spot, and the deflection by Tabor gives the ball back to Friends. Tabor's had quite a bit of success attacking from the right side. A little more trouble back from the left side, but we'll see if we can get it figured out here in the second set. And that's one way to get them off in that little bit. A little dink over by Smith. 13-11 Tabor. Smith with the serve there in about the back third of the court. Friends can't come up with it, 13-12. Tabor. That looked like that might have been 4. Nonetheless, Tabor does put it away, and we're all tied up at 13. Good little back set there. Once again, as I just mentioned, we were having trouble on the near side, which is our left side of the net. Friends had just timed their blocks up there well. There we switched up, go the north side and our right side, and we come away with the point, and now we're on top 14-13. Good job by Ortiz keeping that ball off the floor. Waring put a little more pace behind that one. You see Samantha trying to settle down Taylor, as Taylor is very competitive, really hits the ball well. Samantha doing a good job with leadership there, trying to settle down one of her big hitters. Second set's a back and forth affair. As the first set, Tabor opened up a big lead as they doubled up Friends 20-10 and went on to win that first set 25-13. Friends hanging in there this set, up 1, 15-14. Queering with a nice pass to Smith. Cross-court set to Graff. Nice put away, but dug out by Friends. Good job by Sandoval keeping that ball live. See if Tabor can do something with this one here. Graff does. Again on the right side, Graff goes up. Blockers can't get squared up, it goes out. And we're tied up at 15 all as we see Morrow in for Queering and Korf in for Ortiz. Morrow to serve here in set number 2, all tied up at 15. Tabor now with a 2-point advantage. and did all she could just to keep the ball off the floor, and sometimes that's just what you do. Tabor now starting to open up a little lead here, 18-15 here in set number 2. Talking with the GA for Tabor before the match today, Tiana Frizzell, and we were talking a little bit. And she said last time they played Friends, we played a 6-2, and tonight we were going to play a 5-1. Hopefully that would throw them off a little bit. Short serve by the Falcons. Double hit by Friends will put the ball back over to Tabor. Tabor up 19-16. Sandoval back to serve for Tabor. Put away there by number 9, Samantha Nakey. As we see her take a seat, and Phyllis will replace her. And number 23 also checks in for the Falcons, Lazar, the 6-foot sophomore from down the road here at Rose Hill, Kansas. Tabor up 2. That ball just finds the inside of the line. Friends not going away here in the second set. Trailing 19-18. Graff, one of the Tabor seniors from Corn, Oklahoma. Come to Tabor from the Corn Bible Academy. Back to serve for Tabor, puts it up. She has been just a real solid leader for our team this year. On the court, off the court. Couldn't ask for a better leader. As that one just goes out, 20-18. That's a critical point. Once you hit 20, in my opinion, in volleyball, every point every point matters, but at that point, you start etching closer and closer to 25, and the doubt starts creeping in, or the confidence starts going up, depending on what side of the net you are. So 20-19, Friends keeping it close here in set number 2. Tabor again up 1-0. And we saw Tabor practicing that back set with Hebert running around. As you see it right here, and in warm-up they were just really doing a good job with it, and that widens Tabor's lead back up 21-19. Big point here. Keep the first digit of a 1 on the Friends side if we can. Squaring with the adjustment. Just wide, though. She's been hitting the ball hard from that side and getting blocked. That time she decided to take a little off and dink it over the left side and got just outside the blockers. Landed out, 21-20. Favor of Tabor. Of a sub now as we see Dirksen run back in, and we see Valencia coming in to serve for Brittany. That ball clipped the antenna, so that's going to be out. Good alert call there by Josiah Ray. And Tabor's up 23-20. Stay tuned. At this break, we're going to have President of Tabor College, Dr. Jules Glanzer, will be with us. And that's 24-20 as we have Tabor with set point set point. And we're going to have a timeout. As Friends going to call a timeout. Well, we are playing Friends University tonight. We would like to wish a friend of ours, Nick Morris, one of the athletic directors at Friends University. He has accepted a new position with the NAIA. As we got the message, says he has accepted the manager of championship events position for the NAIA. We've enjoyed working with Nick on the conference level, and we would just like to let him know that he'll be missed here in our conference, but would definitely wish him the best of luck as he moves on to working for the NAIA national office. And we have a timeout here, Friends, as Tabor again in set number 2, up 24-20 after taking the first set from Friends in dominating fashion, 25-13. I'd like to give a shout out to my friends, the Pockner clan back in Cimarron, as their daughter plays for Friends and played for me in high school. I'd like to give a shout out for them texting, saying that they're listening, and we appreciate everybody who tunes in and catches our action here at Tabor on our stream. Now the timeout, here we go, 24-20. Tabor, number 9, Melody Valencia, the 5'2" junior from Peralta, New Mexico, trying to get this set put away for Tabor. Almost there on the block from Dirksen. And that does it for Tabor, as we're going to have Dr. Jules Glanzer with us here in just a second. Well, we're joined at this set break by our president of Tabor College, Dr. Jules Glanzer, a man that I've known for quite a while since I worked here many years ago and coached his sons here at basketball. But, Jules, let's start with, you're an avid sports fan. Why do you like going and watching the Tabor teams play so much?
Well, college athletics is just a fun experience. The energy, the excitement, knowing the kids personally and knowing their families and all of that, and then watching them play, it's just a lot of fun. It's kind of a diversion for me,
right,
to be able to come to the games and to watch them play, and great kids learning the lessons of life while playing a game.
Isn't that awesome?
Yep.
And one of the things that we have going on here at Tabor now is if they've been at the game or you've driven by, as we see some destruction going on right now, so we can build something nice. Talk about our new welcome center.
Yes, we do. A welcome center was given to us, and so they started moving dirt this last week, and it should be finished by June of next year, and we'll be in for the fall of 2020. Looking forward to it. It's something we really need to give a really positive first impression for students and guests that come here, and we've never had kind of like a grand entrance to the campus.
Right.
And so we're trying to create that with this as well. And so it'll be really a nice experience to have that all ready to go and have some nice offices there. The admissions offices are moving in there, the advancement office, and I'm going to move my office there as well.
That's what I was going to ask you. The offices are in there, so you've kind of hit on that. So, I have some friends from back home. We were here on a recruiting visit today, and we talked about that, and they were talking about how that'll be really nice, to see that when, hopefully their daughter will come next year, but it'd be nice to see a building like that on campus.
Oh, yeah, it will make a complete different feel of campus. Right now, you walk out of a double wide onto a parking lot, and then you go take your tour.
Right.
And here you'll walk into a really nice living room type setting, sit in a very nice conference room looking out over a park-like campus, and then leaving and walking directly onto the campus, library, gym, admissions, or administration building, Center for the Arts, all right there in front of you.
Right.
It'll be a neat experience for them.
Well, what else is on the horizon for Tabor right now that might be in the works, if anything? What's kind of down the road maybe right now?
Well, we really need to tackle the student housing issue for us. Our dorms are 40, 50, 60 years old. And so we have begun talking about how we can make them better, how we can replace them and upgrade them, and we've just started that process. It's going to be a long way. It'll be a 10, 15-year project, but we need to do something to improve that. They're just out of sync with the rest of the campus.
Right. Yeah, over the years, when I was a student here many years ago, the campus has changed and really become a beautiful, beautiful campus. And, our grounds crew does such an outstanding job with all of that, don't they?
Yeah. And all of the facilities people, we do most of our building ourselves as well.
Well, like our courtside grill, our staff redid all of the entryway into this building about this time last year.
And it's the best burger in town.
It is great. It's a great place to get a burger, great action to watch. And, President Glanzer, I know the students love it when you come, and you and Peg come to the games. You put a lot of miles, we know that, seeing donors and everybody else. But when you're here, you're at the events.
Oh, love it. I love meeting the people that are here, the fans. The saddest thing is when I look across the gym, there's about 200 people missing that all have gone to glory.
Yeah.
In the 12 years that I've been here as president.
Right.
And I miss them. And this is a gathering place for us.
Sure.
This is a wonderful place to enjoy college sports. Well, and it's fun when we win.
It is. And boy, our volleyball team's looking good right now. Aren't they? They're fun to watch.
Yes, they are.
You talked about missing them, but, the life that we try to live in glorifying the Lord and everything, we'll see them again someday.
Yes,
so
we will.
That's the exciting thing. We miss them now, but we'll see them down the road.
Yeah, we are the game in town. We're the entertainment in town.
It is.
I laugh at that. I said Tabor's kind of the entertainment district for the Marion County.
It is. And well, we really appreciate you taking time to visit with us. Hopefully you're my last guest for the day, because I do this between sets, and if that's the case, that means we're 3-0 and we're ready to move on. So
I'm ready to have this done and go home and watch some baseball.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks for stopping with us. We appreciate it, and have a great night.
Thanks for all you do. Blessings on you.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye.
And again, we were just finished visiting with Dr. Jules Glanzer, our president here at Tabor College, and we really appreciate him taking time to stop in as, again, avid sports fan. Really, when he's on the road, he was just talking about how he always watches the streams and tries to just really stay up on what's going on here on campus athletically, and the students really like it when they see him and his wife Peg at all of our events, and it just means a lot to them that he stops and talks with them, and never too busy to find out what's going on and how the teams have done. So here in set number 3, it's tied up at 3 with Morrow serving for the Blue Jays. A replay there of a great effort by Graff just to keep the ball off the floor. The set by Smith and the put away. Tabor's up 4-3. Once again, if you're just tuning in, Tabor up 2-0. In this best of 5. You see the Sandoval back to serve for Tabor. Good block there by Graff and Hebert. Double hit there. Ball back over to Tabor, or stays with Tabor, I should say. 6-4, favor of the Blue Jays. Tabor doubling up Franz now 8-4 here in the third set. Good job by Graff with the attack. The block goes out of bounds. Tabor looking strong here in the third set. And Franz looking a little out of sync. And Coach Ian has had enough of this for right now. He's going to call a timeout. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors who sponsored our events through our game time music that comes on at the beginning and in between sets, and if you can hear it in the background now. But Fleming's Mini Store All here in Hillsboro, Paul Brooks State Farm Insurance in Wichita, and the MB Foundation here in Hillsboro as well. We appreciate those sponsors. We see Coach Ganowen pulled Brittany and Marissa aside and given them a little advice, a little coaching, and we see actually looks like she's covering a little bit of the scouting report in the huddle right now as Tiana Frizzell. It's good to see Coach Worth back with us. She's been in and out as her daughter's had some health issues. We sure want to keep praying for Tegan. And Tegan, if you're listening, our thoughts are with you. We know you'll be back strong soon. It's good to see Tisha up here as well, and she's smiling there, and the team's playing well, so that's always a good thing. Set number 3 here from Tabor. 9-4 in favor of the Blue Jays. See if they can continue this. It was 4-4 at one point. So we'll see if we can continue rolling through this set as Tabor's just been playing really well. Franz a little out of sync again. Even right there, you see their passing's just not quite where it needs to be. Good job by Sandoval to keep that off the floor. The air by Korf. So she's been playing a really nice match tonight. Is number 10, Jaden Korf, the sophomore out of Hugoton. She's just been putting some balls away and has come in and really given some good minutes. Short set, didn't look like Hebert got all of that one. Now Tabor on this point's been a little out of sorts, and probably good that point ended. Now it's over 9-6 as Franz is now rattled off 2 in a row. Number 5, libero Destiny Garton back to serve. She likes that middle of the court serve. Good job there as we see Jaden come right back. Had the air the last attack she had right there. Nice job. Deflection down on the Friends side. 10-6 in favor of Tabor with Graff back to serve. Jules Glanzer checked back in for the Falcons. (10-7) favor of Tabor here, set number 3. That back set again. That time Hebert takes a lot off of it and puts it in the open spot over the blockers. So we see Ortiz and Queering check back in. You see it here is Hebert's being winding up and just really powering the ball cross court. That time the blocker slid over just a little bit. She read that perfectly and put it back behind them into the open gap. And there's a good put away by number 23, Lazar. Again, she's one of the top statistical players for Franz and in the conference. She's sitting at 6th in kills on the year with 225. Ooh, that looked... It doesn't matter how it looked. They let it go, and 4 hits anyway, and ball go back to Tabor as Valencia will come in to serve. And Dirksen trots back on the front as well, giving Sandoval a break, and Valencia gives Hebert a break. I can only imagine what that would be like if you had to play Gossel High School with those two, Dirksen and Hebert, 6 foot and 5'11", played against them in a 1A high school in Kansas, and you had to play against them all the time. I thought that wasn't too much fun for their opponents. Probably a lot of fun for them and their coach. But we see subs coming back on for Tabor. Sandoval back on the floor as the libero. And Franz with a little run of their own cuts it down to a 2-point lead, 12-10, favor of the Blue Jays. There's the back set and the block. Good block by Franz. They got that ball back behind all the Blue Jays who are coming up. And once again, these two teams did play earlier this year. Franz got up to a 2-0 lead before Tabor came back and tied it at 2 apiece. That ball looked like it was tipped, but they're not going to say it was tipped and went out. And Tabor did drop that 5th and final set. Again, I think it was about 20-18. So hopefully Tabor can just put this away here in 3. Oh, that's not legal. That's 4 hits. And that's a point for the Blue Jays. So looks like they had to get it on the 3rd try there, but yes, but not sure what the official wants. She wants to change balls for some reason. And we got that all squared away at 13-12. Samantha Smith will be back to serve for the Blue Jays. Cross-court attack by the Falcons goes wide. And Tabor gets the home court bounce off the net there. On the serve, Graff with a nice attack. And Tabor has just got things clicking once again. Now we're up 15-12 here in set number 3. Sam wearing that tape out as that time she hit the tape again on the serve. Good attack by Queering, sends the ball cross court to the deep corner. They're kind of friends against Taylor Queering right now as she's getting just about to everything. And we have a put away. I want to point out there Taylor on that play. She attacked the ball, came back, made a pass, come back, attacked again, then hit one over. She just was all over the court on that point, keeping it alive. And Durson gets the benefit at the end of it with a nice put away. 16-12 Blue Jays, set number 3. Number 9, Nakey, and number 12, Taylor, into the lineup for the Falcons. As we see number 12, Taylor, will be back to serve and sends it over to Sandoval. Free ball over. Smith with the set to Graff. Nice put away by Marissa. Deep in the corner, right between two defenders. You can just see Tabor's confidence continuing to grow here, up 17-13 in this third set as Morrow comes in to serve for Queering. And we see Korf in for Monet Ortiz. And Coach Ian, he would like another timeout as Tabor's widened their lead now to 5, biggest lead of this set, 18-13. And we'll take a break and be right back with you in a minute. There we said just the song Who Let the Dogs Out. On there's our, we're going to call him Hot Dog Man there in the crowd cheering on the Blue Jays tonight. He's having a good time there behind Coach Laura and Hincher, two of our GAs. And back to action as Franz does break Tabor's run there and pull within 4, 18-14. McCormick back in for the Falcons, a 5'4" senior from Derby, Kansas, a product of Derby High School. She's going to get the serve here for Franz. Nice serve to the back row. Nice job by the Blue Jays. And that is out. And some of the Friends crowd really wanting to tip there. I didn't think it was tipped. It may have been, it was close. But if it was, I think we're probably even on that. You know, the officials, they may miss some once in a while, but 99 out of 100, they get them right. And these ladies here are doing a great job tonight. Tabor now at that important 20 mark as it's 20-14 with Sandoval back to serve. Be sure you stay with us for the post-game show with Coach Ganawan. Tabor is trying to put this away. They don't look like they're messing around here, up 21-14, and they're letting the foot off the gas. And Korf got a surprise there as she wasn't quite ready for the ball to come off that fast. Came right up and surprised her a little bit. Ball goes back over to Friends, 21-15. See the replay here. And that's just keeping the ball alive, making one more pass, one more over. And Tabor, again, you just see the confidence growing in this young team. They're starting to really play well together the last week or week and a half. I think they're getting used to Coach Canal, and he's getting used to them. He's finding his rotations, and the girls are just playing really well. It's really fun to watch them. They never quit. They're always on the floor. They're attacking. They play to win. And they're playing one of the better teams of the conference and really handling them pretty well tonight. 23-16 here in set number 3. Tabor has won the first two, 25-13, 25-20. With a team like Friends, you don't want to let them up. You don't want to give them any room to breathe, because right there, as you can see, they're not going to quit. But it's a long uphill battle for Friends at this point as the Blue Jays are up 23-17. Tulis puts the ball in play to Sandoval, back set, and Hebert winds up that time, and there's no tapping it over. She got all of that one. Ortiz and Queering coming back in for Korf and Morrow. As you see the back set here, and Brittany, and the replay was cut off as we're getting ready for hopefully what is match point here with Ortiz serving. She wasn't quite in the courtside grill serving that one, and she usually likes to get way back there. But she was up a little closer, but ball goes over. Sandoval puts it into the net, and Friends is alive for at least one more point. Again, stay with us at the end of the match, as we'll have some replays going for you while we wait for Coach Ganawa to come up here with our post-game interview. I'd like to thank Mike James for his public address announcing tonight. He's always getting the crowd pumped up. As you can see, they're standing as it's match point. Quering's really hit the ball well tonight. She's just been hitting into two blockers who have just, it seems like, have timed her really well tonight. It's not that she's missing the ball. She just, blockers are getting to her tonight. And since she's a little frustrated, but she's attacking the ball well. And, man, the other night here at home, she played so well and put those balls away. And she'll have nights where she does that more than she doesn't. So she'll keep her head up and keep fighting. She's swinging. It'd be really great for her to get to put one away here to end this for us, because then she would remember that as well. But we're going to take a break here in set number 3. Tabor up 24-19 and up 2-0 on the night. All right, back with you here, 24-19 Tabor, as Coach Ganawan called a timeout. And why not go back to what we've been using to work for us there, Hebert? They did dig that one out. We're going to try again here. And that time she tried just to push that one over a little bit, drop it in over the net. 24-20, as we'd sure like to get a stop right here. Let's not let Friends get any closer. Ortiz with the pass to Sam. Hebert winds up again. That one they're not going to get to. And Tabor with a 3-0 sweep of Friends. Tabor will move to 4-1 in conference play and 12-13 overall. Friends will drop to 2-2 and 11-16. So Tabor dominant tonight. One announcement we would like to make for those of you that are listening at home and maybe are not here tonight but plan on coming soon. Again, you heard President Glanzer talk about it, but we have a construction out in front of the gymnasium, so the parking lot that a lot of people park in the games for volleyball and basketball season, south of the library, west of the gym, that is closed down as they're putting in the new Welcome Center. But we're encouraging people, if you're handicapped parking, that is gone as well. You can park out on the east side right behind the gym and walk around the walk south of the gymnasium. The maintenance crew's done a great job of keeping the vegetation cleared back from there, so you can walk right around, come in the front door like usual. So there's 4 handicap spots parked back there, or reserved for you to park back there at the events here. Tennis courts, the CRC and the stadium, those are spots back there where you guys can park. We are providing some golf carts for those who are parking a good distance away and who need some assistance coming across the road and to your cars before and after contest. They're there about an hour before. I know they're there at 6 tonight or shortly after to find people and pick them up, and they'll give you a ride back to your car. For those in need, you young bucks that can move in and out of there, you need to not get on the golf course. But other people were grateful to be able to do that for you as our new Welcome Center is being built. And so we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back with you with the Coach Ganawan interview here in just a minute and some replays. If you're just joining us, we are waiting for Coach Ganawan to come up. He's with a recruit right now, and he will be up in just a minute for our postgame show. But a couple of thoughts on the contest tonight is Tabor dominant tonight with their match against Friends, 25-13 in set number 1. Got out to a big lead, doubled up Friends early, 20-10, and just cruised to the win. The second set was a little tougher, 25-20. As we saw Tabor pull away there at the end, but still looked pretty good. And then in set number 3, it really wasn't as close as the score. Tabor was up big, ended up winning 25-20. So again, Tabor moved to 4-1 on the year in the conference, 12-13 overall. They've won 4 in a row, including 3 being perfect on the week last week with 3 wins. So we'll be right back with you in just a second.
I cannot hear you, David.
Hear me now?
Now I can.
All right, we're here with Coach Ganawan, and Coach, your team came out in that first set. Obviously, it's great to win against Friends 3-0. Last time you had a five-set match with them that you came from behind and dropped. Tonight, looked very dominant, especially that first set. We'll start with that. As you came out, you had them doubled up pretty fast at 20-10 and came away with a 25-13 win, but I thought you guys played really well to start with.
Thanks, yeah, we did. We worked on it for the last 2 days during practice. Like David was saying, we played them, so we have some scouting reports we implemented during practice, and that's what happened when you have numbers on them. So, we feel good, we play well, and that's how we want to keep playing.
Well, you transition to the second set, and it seems like, I made the comment earlier, it just seems like that side of the court isn't your friend. That's the one you struggle a little bit more. I don't know if it's just that side or, maybe that's just the way it seems, but the second set was much closer at 25-20.
Right. I was looking at my book there, and, we had them, I thought we had them playing one rotation, and then they kind of switched two of their rotations, so that maybe threw us off a little bit. And then, we just went back and just came back playing instead of thinking about it too much. Like, hey, you know what? Let's just play. It's still volleyball. It's still past that hit. And, we just kept up our momentum and our energy. It feels like the energy was there compared to our previous matches. It feels like we're the downside. And, can we get excited when we do something well? And then so it showed tonight. And you kind of can see the intensity from the players. Like, hey, let's get this, So, and I give props to the players because they did. They showed up well.
Well, you transitioned to the third side. You're back on the other side, and really it wasn't as close as the 25-20. I didn't feel. You guys really got rolling after being down a couple early, but you rattled off a couple of good stretches there, and you really, I thought, dominated it. And you started, and what I liked was I thought your girls played to win. They didn't back down and start. You had a couple of dink overs. You were trying to throw them off, but it looked like your ladies played to win that third set.
Right, yeah. I think, once again, it's just that mindset, like David just saying, can we just get the ball over? And I think that was their mentality. And it's, I called the timeout because we did kind of give away a stretch of points there near the end, and that's why it felt a lot closer, because we kind of took off the wanting to win. Like, we are here to play to win instead of playing not to lose.
Right.
So I just, you know what, let's run this play. It doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And, I think it's just that mentality, because we are a young team. We only have 4 seniors.
Right.
And then 2 juniors. So we have a bunch of sophomores and freshmen. So I think it's just that mentality of playing in a collegiate match and also playing to win, and not, this is no longer high school.
Right. Well, and I think that, I think your team is coming together. You've won 4 in a row now. Last week you had a perfect week, and only dropped 2 sets the entire week, but kind of some momentum coming in today. And now this Saturday you go to, I believe, St. Mary's, right?
No, Oklahoma Wesleyan.
Oklahoma Wesleyan, okay. So, that's going to be a long road trip for you, which could present some challenges just being that long on the road. But have you thought much about Wesleyan at all? Have you seen them much, or is that just kind of what you're going to be doing the next few days?
We seen them play at College of the Ozarks. They were next to us. Unfortunately, I wasn't being able to watch them play because we were coaching. However, they played well over there, and we saw them a little bit. They have some big hitters. They don't give up, and they're all out. So, and we'll watch more film tonight. Tomorrow we have a little practice, so that's good news for the coaching staff. So that way we can prepare practice and what can we do against them, because we haven't played them yet.
Right.
We've seen them, we haven't played them yet, and we'll go from there.
Well, hopefully you can pick up another win on the road, because in the week after, then you will have St. Mary here, who's one of the better teams in the conference right now, playing well. But you've played some of the top teams already. You beat McPherson. You've beat now Friends, 2 of the top, 4 or 5 teams in the conference.
Right.
So I just think it's exciting. I see your ladies develop and really getting after it, and I think you're all getting used to each other a little bit. But congratulations on the win tonight and the streak you have going right now. Let's keep it up. And again, Tabor comes away with the 3-set sweep tonight. 4-1 is or 4-1 is now their conference record. Overall record, and you've played a very tough schedule. So
right.
12-13 may not look great, but if you would see some of the teams that Tabor has played, you would understand that 12-13 overall isn't that bad considering. So conference play right now, again, Tabor 4-1, they're sitting right around that 2-3 spot in the conference. And great job tonight, and we'll be with you again next week.
All right, and thank you guys for watching online. Thank you.